Hello everyone, we are back with another video and namaste, namaskara to everyone. And so today we're going to talk about uh, the present time. ठीक है? We are going to talk about what are the kind of people that are present nowadays, right? You might have this question right now that okay, you're going to talk about time, but Shreyas, how are you going to talk about all of the souls that are present now in general? How can you have such a vast amount of generalization for all of the people right now, right? Yes, there are some aspects so which I have been able to you know um, understand about the present situation, about the present time, which says a lot about what are the kind of people. See, the cosmic elements have designed the present time in a certain way. Okay, why it has designed, why? Okay, I'll give you a small example to make my point, to make a simpler point, and then explain the actual concept first. Okay, suppose you are arranging a dinner at your home. Okay, and you know that that person loves only Chinese food, and in Chinese food he's very fond of momos. So what you're going to do is to appease that person, to make sure that the person is happy. When you invite him, you're going to arrange for a lot of different types of momos, right? So that that person is happy. You are adjusting what your environment, your house environment, you're adjusting your lunch spread, right, based on who is coming, right, based on who is coming. Okay, now let's come to our lives. Okay, the arrangement of the present time is based on who is coming and who is present. That means you and me are present, and then there are future, lot of births are going to happen, lot of people are going to come, lot of people are going to be born. So based on that, the arrangement has been made. Okay, Shreyas, but why are you talking about arrangement? This is normal life, no? Office, college, transportation, and every medical things. So what is how can you relate all of this with who is coming, who is going? How does that matter? See, so there is a bigger concept, okay, and that bigger concept will allow you to understand this aspect of how things are related. So in previous times, right, there were certain type of people who wanted to have certain type of experiences, and who were able to uplift themselves to God, right, with those experiences. Now what has happened is I have been able to understand this small thing, that me, you, all those people who are present, who are going to come, these people have such intense desires that they have been born again. They have been born again and again and again and again. Lot of people, when they die, they are still left with desires. Okay, and people with desires, they are born again. These people who have desires, right, they are born again. There are certain people who are so attached with their body that they become ghosts, and then after a period of time they understand, that I have the provision cosmically to take birth, and therefore they eventually take birth again, and they understand that okay, I can take birth again, and that person, that soul, after becoming a ghost or something, eventually understands, and then, or maybe even does not understand. There are certain situations where the awareness is so low, the intelligence is so low, that they don't understand that I have the provision to be born again, right? Sometimes very simple things are not told to people, right? That, see, that you will be born again, don't worry, you will get a new body, right? The soul, you are a soul and you will get a new body. So when the soul leaves the body, they see that, oh my god, this is me, I will never get a body again. What do I do now? All of these people who love me, they're crying for me, they have kept photos of me, and this attachment and this over, stimulation, and the situations that happen, this allows certain souls to just, you know they're stuck in this realm, right? They're stuck with us. So, and certain times, some people who have been given this awareness that after birth, don't worry, you are going to get a fresh body, you're going to get the body of a baby, you will get to experience everything again, so don't worry. See, this small statement, and this small statements awareness, which creates so much of difference in life. So you need to understand, I mean, this small concept that, in the game of life, understanding how to play the game of life is very important. Understanding every element of the game of life, right, is very important. And that is somewhere my effort also, to make sure that you understand very small things about this big game of life, right? Now, coming back to my point. So, what Shreyas, you started something in the beginning, you just drifted off. Okay, now let's come back to that. What you were saying, that there are certain type of people, and you were able to understand that these this certain type of people, based on the situation that has been created in the world, right? What is your concept? Can you explain more on that? Okay. See, um, I told you one thing when I was telling that there are some of us, like the present group of people that are present, the present, all of the population that is alive right now, at least right now, okay? I'm talking about those people. These people were not able to uplift themselves in previous lives. Everyone has thousands and thousands of past lives. Across thousands of past lives, the desires of the people, right, were suppressed. There were some people who wanted to wear a gold chain, who wanted to afford a gold necklace, or who wanted to wear a gold crown, or who wanted to, probably, you know, because of their uh, skill and talent, they wanted to rise up in the society. If there were small these small desires also were not possible in previous ages. If you are a very talented archer, if you are born in a family which raises pigs, or which raises cattle, you could not become an archer. You are not allowed to become an archer. And this is not something which is talking about in India or something like that. Across different like as far as I have, we have seen in history books, right? Across all those Roman empires, you know lot of those empires, right, which were there before, right? Nordic empires, if you see all of this Nordic stories, and if you see Russian, all those, there are different kind of stories with each region, right? If you see across all of those regions, right, only some people were able to become knights. And when to become a knight, right, when, and this is something I'm talking about the Western world, right? Just to give reference that it is across the border, that if you have talent also, you cannot become a knight, because it was about being born in a noble blood, being born to a noble family, being born to some kind of the succession of people, right? And only certain families were able to enjoy certain things, right? Now, you are the most of pre 1900, before 1900s, when 1800s, right? Lot of these things started to change in 1800s. Lot of these things started to change, but it was still very much still happening. Once 1900s started, lot of these, constantly some kind of improvements were happening. But right now you have the freedom to based on your skill, earn almost any amount you want. You can do any business, you can become any person, you can do anything, you can buy anything, you can, you, if you had money, people would not give you things because you belong to a certain community or a certain caste or something, and across the border, not in India, across the border, right? But Shreyas, again, I'm not able to capture your point. You're saying that, desires. See, lot of, see, ultimately, the big the goal biggest goal of uh, our lives, our birth, right, and the responsibility of the planets, the graha, is to give you experiences to that you fulfill all your desires, complete all your desires, right, and uplift your soul by your own conscious actions to higher realms. See, you are God, you will ultimately become again God again. Okay, so God created different small particles of themselves in a journey towards becoming God again. And this journey and this drama and this play is something that God sees, participates, and enjoys. Okay? And the best part is, a lot of times you have the conscious, you can make conscious decisions on yourself, and God does not interfere with your actions, right, with your thought process. God has created some kind of autonomy, right? You can by yourself think and by yourself take actions. God does not interfere with all of that, right? Now God is seeing what you're doing, God is observing what you're doing, but one thing that you have to understand is, you have come from God, you have to go to God. Okay, and right now, the present age, the present time, what is the one thing that you're observing? Everything is starting to becoming possible. If someone wants to change their face, they are changing. If they say they want to change their skin color, they can change skin color. If they want to become tall, they can become tall. If they want to become slim, they can become slim. You can take a proper medicine and you can become slim, right? I'm trying to add some controversy so people I'm talking about some Indian directors and Indian actors, just to give a little spice of, controversy in the video, so that, we can, to just to make it interesting, right? But the point is there that agar lot of these desires are there. Now, all of this is being offered to us in a buffet right now in this particular situation. You want to do transportation? Okay, you drive this car, drive a better car, no fly and go, right? If you want to eat something right now, if in every country you can get every other country's food. If you want to travel has become so easy. You could not travel from one region to another region and without the threat of being killed on the way, or after you go there, someone there might rob you or they will not allow you inside. This was the situation few hundred years back. Just a few hundred years back, right? You could not even travel without, risk of getting killed or robbed, or maybe going there and realizing that you cannot go inside. That was the kind of situation that people have lived in, and then even in those situations they have uplifted themselves to God. But right now everything is getting offered in a platter. Oh, you want smaller eyes? Okay, you can get smaller eyes. You want bigger eyes? You will get bigger eyes. You don't have eyebrows? You can get your eyebrows. You want hair? Okay, we'll transplant some hair on your head. Now, you have to understand, if this is the buffet of the present situation to the people, to current people, and to the souls which are coming, why this is happening? You have to understand the game of life. You have to ask why. क्यों ऐसा हो रहा है? Why this is happening, right? Why, you have to understand why this is happening is also something that I will explain you. If you don't want to be trapped and keep on going in circles, and if you want to make the best use of this life and the situations, and remove your desires and become free, and probably next life probably transcend to higher realms, which is the best course of action. You have to understand that this is all being done for a reason. There is a reason why cosmically the fulfillment of all your desires is being provided for by the cosmic elements like Rahu and other planets, and God also is supporting with their energies. Shreyas, I'm still not clear what you're saying, man. It is absolutely going over my head. Okay. Okay. Suppose you have a child. That child is very mature. Okay, that child is very ground stable, energies are very balanced. That means tattvas are balanced actually. Let's not complicate this. You have you have one child. Okay, your elder child, your first child. Okay, that he is very mature, very stable, very grounded. Automatically, without providing much, he faced a lot of things in his life. Even then, all of those desires inspired him and pushed him more towards God. He meditated, balanced everything, and when he was judged, right? He passed after living his life. He died, and when he was judged, people, he was allocated a higher dimension. Okay, earth, and there are lower dimensions, earth, and there are higher dimensions. Ideally we have to jump to higher dimensions, and higher dimensions, and then after a certain point you become, all your desires, right, become almost zero, and then you and God merge and come into one thing, and then all of this starts over again, right? Okay, now see, now the point is, you have another child. No matter how much you provide them, they're still always angry with you. You have another child, and this child, whatever you do, finds a mistake. No, you still did better for him. No, I want more. No, you give me the latest iPhone every time it is launched. No, you give me more attention. No, you do this also, you do that also. And how much ever you're doing, that child is not getting satisfied. It is not enough for the child, right? The child is not having the maturity to understand any kind of efforts, right, or any kind of situations. It is not developing the child, it is ulta, or the child is becoming worse, right? This child will be born again, and the first child will go to a higher realm. Okay, that's what I'm saying, that there is a difference, that the previous situations and limitations of society and the pressure of society, right, and previous conditions, even then some people got uplifted. Right now, all these dirty children who have extreme desires, and this is very one important point I wanted to tell you. Lot of times we are suppressing our desires to ourselves itself because of the conditions and boundaries of society. Because of suppressing your desires inside and releasing them, not releasing them and realizing them. You have to release them by realizing them. This is the conditions of desires. You cannot release your desires until unless you have the samskaras of meditating, and through meditation you can burn your desires. Okay, that is not at all easy and possible for people like us, because we do not have the samskaras, the inner inspiration and motivation to do the tapa meditation, right, for hours and hours and hours and hours, because we were dirty children in the first place. You are trying, do not, we should not have incorrect expectations from incorrect people. First child automatically was used to meditate. Second child, when we force them, they used to meditate for 5 minutes. Can we expect the second child, to whom we are forcing to do the meditation, please do meditation, please do meditation, that person who sits for 5 minutes because you are standing there and telling them to do it, and again the next day they don't do it, can you expect them that they will have the samskaras to burn their desires? No. Let us face the things as they are. Let us accept the things as they are. Right now, me, you, and lot of other people, right? We have a lot of suppressed desires, right? We could not realize them in previous incarnations, not incarnations, previous births. Okay, we could not realize them, we could not accept them, and that's not bad. It is bad if you say that I don't have desires, I don't know, mingle this thing. You have to accept that you have desires. You have to literally now even look inside yourself, that do you have desires or not, and what are all those desires, and make a huge list of them. Because right now, I said, all the souls right now, we have a huge list of desires, and sometimes we are suppressing them. Now I want to explain one situation. A lot of people are not marrying. I used to get a lot of, you know uh, annoyance when I understood that, why is this happening. Something which has been very a very standardized thing, right? And people are shifting from it, and order of the society will change. Society, if marriages stop happening, right, and if lot of changes, it will change the way the society is, right? uh, but I realized when I integrated this concept, that a lot of people have unfulfilled desires, and they have extreme desires, right? Normal way of life cannot fulfill those desires. Because normal way of life is not fulfilling those desires, they're getting born again and again, again and again, right? That's why the movement of current situations, right, the current offerings, the planet Rahu is artificially changing the surroundings so that a lot of these desires can be easily met. Some people wants to, like, assume that go on a plane and bomb something. It could be a desire, I don't know, because that person could have been bombed in some life, so that person wants to go on a plane, bomb something. Now if you wear a virtual reality glass, okay, and drive a aeroplane, and then you eject something, you can see that you are driving, the bomb came down and the detonation happened on a virtual reality game. But that game is so realistic that this desire in your heart will be released. Rahu, which is the enable who's enabling, Rahu is a planet which is actually responsible at this moment of time for your upliftment towards God. He is enabling and facilitating situations like virtual reality to, without karmic implications, fulfill your desires and to release and realize your desires. Suppose you wanted to go and shoot people. If you do that, your karma will come on you. You will be born again in next life without a hand or a leg. If you do that in a game, your mind and subconscious cannot really differentiate it's a game. What then happens is that your deep desire within your body and your soul, it will be released. Rahu is facilitating that. You wanted to look good, but you did not have the karma to look good. People look good because of the past life karma. People have a certain height, people have a certain face structure. Everything is a outcome of karma, right? Now you can, because of medical things, you can change your face. Imagine this. If you tell 100 years back, I can change your face, people will say you're madman. What are you saying? Right now you can completely change your face. You can change your nose, eyes, what and all you can change, God only knows. And I, not God, you also know what you can, what are the aspects you can change. You can change every aspect of your body. You have to understand that suddenly, why is life being such a sweet kid? Why is life being so sweet right now? Because it is dealing with souls which are very, very, you know, I don't have a good word for it. The only word that is coming in my head is naughty, right? Very, very rigid. I would say, I'm seriously not getting the word for it. But the souls are very, very, matlab, uh, uh, solid with what they want. Right? They want this, they want this, they want this. And see, the time factor is becoming less and less, right? We are coming towards the end, and at the end every religion has one thing: judgment day, um, Kalki avatar, and then the Maitreya Buddha. If there is going to be someone who comes one last time before the world is destroyed by God, everyone. And even in Islam also, there is Qayamat or something like that, wherein everyone who is dead, who is born again, or the current people are burned, something like that. There's a concept in every religion, right, which says the same thing, that at one point everything, God will again come, destroy everyone, and the world will start again. Why does God have to destroy those last group of people? Because till the end those souls did not understand this very basic thing: to fulfill your desires, release and realize and release your desires, and uplift yourselves to God. This small sentence was not accepted by the souls, was not understood by the souls, was not seeked. They did not search for this. That desire to understand these concepts, the desire to understand the game of life, right? Why life? What is happening? The desire to understand that there is a start, there is an end, what I have to do to get to the next level. This basic thing they did not understand. Therefore, these people, till the last possible time, they did not understand, so they are going to be killed. The desires got fulfilled, they got different desires. This got fulfilled, they have different desires. If you keep on doing that, life after life after life, ultimately God will come and kill you. Kalki avatar, Maitreya Buddha will come and give you some knowledge. If not possible, then again end of life. Kayamat will come. If you don't understand from the word of Islam what is to be done, then again everyone will burn in hell or something like that. Uh, Again, I think for the Buddha also, no, for the Christ, for the Christian people also, there is Judgment Day, wherein I think Christ will be born again. Maybe, I'm not sure about that. Okay, I'm really sorry. I'm not aware about much about other religions. I'm really sorry, but again, it's a very simple concept that God will come again one last time, and quickly. If you don't understand, then world will end. We will burn. The world will burn, and it will end, and the new cycle will start. So, see, people, that's the whole point. That, see, you have to know that this period, okay, and the type of people